Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is B. If you guys are new here, and today's video is going to be a 100% first impressions on all drugstore makeup. So everything that I have purchased for this face except for the lashes, 100%. I've never tried it before, new to my collection. It's not new product releases. In fact, some of them are really old. All of it is new to me. So if you guys want to see how I got this makeup look and all of the new products that I purchased for this face, then just keep on watching. Okay, so I have already done my eyebrows off camera because you guys know it takes me forever, but the new product I used is the Catrice Cosmetics, the Slimatic Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. It's waterproof, and I got the shade Dark, and I don't know if you can tell on camera, but they are pretty red. Also, I don't know if it's, I don't know if I like it very much because while it is a very fine tip, which I can appreciate, it's really like just really soft, so it just kind of smears everywhere, so I don't really like it. And then I set my brows with the Essence Make Me Brow. It's this tiny little wand right here, and it is tinted, which, okay, that's fine, and there's little fibers in there, but I'm like, I don't need fibers. I guess this would have been nice for like if I didn't like do anything to my brows and I just ran it through really quick, just to kind of give it a nice like overall color. Also, I would like to note it's very cloudy here in Texas. The sun is shining and then it's gone, and then it's shining and it's gone, so I'm really sorry, just bear with me. And then of course our good friends the cicadas are out, so I can't control that either. Just, you know, if you hear a lot of background noise, my bad. So I went ahead and I just primed my eyes. I did that off camera, used my normal products because I didn't have anything I wanted to try. But I have 3 palettes that I want to try out. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Not a Basic Peach, the Wet n Wild Color Icon Comfort Zone, which kind of looks like this, and the Maybelline City Mini Palette X Shayla collab. So this is this one. So I don't know, I kind of like all of them. I'm just actually going to start off with this palette first. This is Comfort Zone, and I think they reformulated it, or they redid it somehow. It's more colors, it's bigger. I don't know if the formula has changed. This is the first time that I've ever used Wet n Wild shadows. So I'm just going to go into this top shade right here called Transition. I don't think they have names, so I'm just going to use a Morphe E27 brush, and I'm just going to put this all over my crease. I'm not really going anywhere today. I'm just, I'm actually going to get a mani-pedi by my cousin later, so I don't really need to do anything super dramatic. This transition color is beautiful. It is blending really nicely. I did have to dip in about 2 more times to kind of get it to the intensity that I like. So that's just me. I like a pretty defined crease. So that's why I've kind of already dipped into the palette multiple times. But again, that's just my preference. I think the color is great. No complaints so far. I'm just gonna make it a little bit more deeper just because that's how I am. I'm pretty much getting it on my brow bone because my brow bone is right here, and in my crease. That is a beautiful color. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go into the City Mini palette. I'm gonna pick up this brown shade right here, this one. I think that's a really nice complementary shade to what I already have on. It's really pigmented, and I'm using a Morphe M441, and I'm just going to add this to the outer corner. Well, that blended with the Wet n Wild shade really, really nicely. And I'm just really focusing this on the outside of my eye. Okay, and I'm going to go back into my E27 and just kind of blend it back out up at the top. Okay, and I'm going to build up that brown shade again, and I'm just going to pick up a little bit more and just tap it right on the outside. And I'm actually going to go into the Not a Basic Peach palette, and I'm actually going to use this little orange shade right here. I think it looks really promising, and I'm just going to add that to the crease as well, just to see. Okay, and these two palettes kind of have similar tones. This shade and this shade kind of look like they kind of blended with these two shades right in here. I think I actually want to use this shade right here on the Wet n Wild palette. I always like to use glitter glue or a sticky base whenever I'm using shadows that I would apply with my finger. So again, I'm going to use this shade right here. It's very, very, very soft. It's kind of like a taupey champagne color, which I can dig. So nice. Let me use a flat brush. This is just a Morphe brush. I'm going to try and pick it up with this brush and just see how that works out. And I think it works just beautiful. And then I'm going to go into this blending brush and kind of mesh together those two colors. Okay, and for my brow bone highlight, I'm going to use this shade right here. I think that if these two Wet n Wild palettes are the same formula, they blend really, really nicely, and I absolutely adore it. There is a little bit of fallout, but I haven't done my base makeup, so I think I'm going to finish off the eyes, come back on camera, so just hang. So I got my lashes on, and I'm just wearing regular Demi Wispies, or I'm sorry, I'm just wearing Wispies by Ardell. The mascara I used was the Essence Lash Princess. I actually really like this mascara. It's a curved wand, as you can tell, but it's tapered, so it's like really thin right here, and then it tapers a little bit thicker. I like it. The formula is really nice, so I will continue to use this. The eyeliner that I used for my wing liner is the Essence Eyeliner Pen. It's the waterproof version. I think it's really nice. I did my wing liner like bomb.com on this side, and then this side is like meh. So whatever. I like this. It is a little bit of a more stiffer tip, but because it's a felt tip, then I prefer, but it still gets the job done, so I will continue to use that. For my inner rim that I used the Essence Kajal pencil. I think I rubbed it away. It's in 01 black. It's just a regular pencil, and I don't know if you can tell, but it kind of already transferred onto my lower lash line. So I mean, not that I care about that, but when I go to put this on my lower lash line, it's going to end up transferring right here on my skin. So I don't know, it's a black liner. On to face. So I got the Milani Prime Perfection Hydrating Primer. This is it right here. I've kind of been more into a hydrated look. I've noticed that I'm pulling away from more mattifying looks just because it's starting to make me look a little bit more drier than I want to be, and I'm trying to embrace my oil. So let's try this out. Oh my gosh, it looks like suntan lotion, so I'm really scared. This is supposed to be oil free. I don't think there's any SPF in here. Work it into the skin. Okay, well that wasn't too terribly bad. It doesn't feel greasy or anything like that yet. So we'll see. I have two foundations I want to try. These were not the original foundations that I was going to try when I thought of this video concept, but I decided to try either one of these out. This one is the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation. I have the shade MW2, so there's this one. And then I also decided to pick up the Light Illusion foundation from Flower Beauty. They both have the same claims where it's supposed to be like full, medium to full coverage with a more healthy, radiant looking feel to it. So I don't know, I want to try either one of these. Let's just see which one is my best match. This has a pump. And this one, I believe, is a doe foot applicator. Yes. So I'm just going to swatch these on the back of my hand to see which one would match me the most. And then we're just going to go from there. Oh, and in the Flower Beauty, I got Natural Beige right on the front. So they look like they have the same consistency. Flower Beauty is on this side. Physicians Formula is on that side. That is Physicians Formula. That's Flower Beauty. Flower Beauty looks a little bit light. So we are gonna try the Physicians Formula one today. I'm just gonna use 3 little swipes here, 1 here, 1 there, and 1 there to start, just because I don't know. And I'm actually going to try and use a sponge and a brush. I'm going to use a brush on this side, and I'm going to use the Real Techniques, the angled face one. We're just going to stipple it in and see what happens. Okay, so that literally blended into nothing. So let me try again to add a little bit more coverage. I was trying not to be super aggressive with this.
This is actually a really good match for me right now, so that's very exciting.
Okay, so I got a really nice light to medium coverage. I'm not mad at it. But I want to see what the other side looks like with a sponge. And I know I'm going to have to use just a little bit more on this side because I'm using a sponge. And I think this foundation dries down to be just a little bit darker than what you're seeing. And I'm going to use my Sonia Kashuk, and I'm just going to blend it in. It honestly gave me like a very, very even skin tone, which I'm loving, but I'm not loving how much I have to use of this. Granted, it is in a doe foot, so I'm not really putting a whole bunch on application, but I just feel like I'm using a lot. But it's looking really good. Okay, so I don't know which side I like more. I think I like the sponge side and I like the brush side. The brush side doesn't look terrible. I mean, they both look the same, to be honest. So since they both look the same, I'm just going to continue to do the whole face with a sponge, and I'm going to try to build it up just a little bit more because I do like to build up on my cheeks. And it looks really luminous, which I like too. So I'm digging it. I am liking this. I think this is about the coverage that I like. It does feel like I'm wearing a little bit of foundation. I can feel it right here on my cheeks and a little bit right here, right above my eyebrows. But it's not bad. It doesn't feel heavy. I can feel it on my skin. So hopefully that goes away. But so far, I really like the coverage. So it looks really nice. I feel really radiant. My skin looks really healthy. And yeah, it doesn't look like over exaggerated or textured or anything. It is, like I said, getting a little bit darker. If it would have stayed the same color that it came out of the applicator, I think that would have been a really good match for me. But since it's warming up, or now that it's getting a little bit darker, it's turning just a little bit more neutral than I want it to be. So it's like showing a little bit more pink than I want it to be. But I just have to blend it down my neck a little bit more. Okay, so I really like this foundation. This is so good. I know the only downside to this right now is it's a very limited range. They've always been very limited with their complexion products, and that kind of sucks. But if you can find your shade, I recommend picking this up. I like this so far. I mean, upon first application, I really do like it. But I want to find something new, and I want to find something new in the drugstore, and I want to find something new, you know, a little bit more high-end. I'm really liking this. I'm going to wear it for the rest of the day. Obviously, I'll update in the description box down below how I feel about it, and then if I try it again, I will definitely let you know. But so far, this is looking so good, and I am like, I'm here for it. Okay, so the next two products I have are the Girl Pro Conceal HD Concealer, and this is like one of those was raved about for years and years ago. And I got the shade Creamy Beige, and I actually swatched it, and it looks like more of a corrector shade for me, which I thought it would be like a nice highlighting shade. And then the other concealer I got was by Makeup Revolution. This is the Conceal and Define Concealer, and I got the shade C6. I don't know, I'm a little upset that I have been led to believe all these years that Creamy Beige would have been a great under eye color for me, but I mean, I'm gonna try it out and see how this works. I'm gonna blend it out with a brush and a sponge, so let's just see. I mean, that is so orange on my skin. It's like, it's not orange, it's more like salmon tone, so I'll just put a little bit right here. My only concern is I have really defined lines under my under eye, so I really can't bake. I can't do any of that fun stuff because it just settles in those lines. And so I don't know, this looks like it would be more like a corrector shade for me. Honestly, it blended into nothing. I just don't like putting too much product under my eyes just because I can get a little cray under there. So yeah, that blended into nothing. So I am going to use the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define in C6. This is for sure a highlighting shade, so I'm just going to use this really sparingly because that's like white on my skin. Okay, so that really brightened up my under eye a lot. Like a lot. Okay, my under eyes are nice and bright. I'm gonna use this so sparingly. I'm gonna scrape off what I can from the applicator because I just do not want so much on there, and I'm just going to balance out the rest of my face if I can. Okay, yeah, so this is a fail. I mean, it might work if I put like a lot of product on, but that's not something that I want to do. But as it stands right now, this is a no, and this is a yes. It's really brightening under my eyes. I can still kind of see the blueness from my dark circles, so I probably need to get a shade darker. I think just one shade darker so that it's not so like highlighting. Now we need to set our face, and I'm so excited about this next product because I've watched Casey Holmes rave about this product so many times, and I just cannot wait to try it on my face. I really hope I'm not let down. And it is the Flower Beauty Translucent Setting Powder. This packaging is ridiculously big. It comes with a little powder poof right here. Oh, okay, so this actually just comes off, so okay, whatever. I am actually going to just use a big powder brush to pick up this product. I'm a little concerned because it's very finely milled, like it's going to have flashback, but
Extra. There's a dust cloud in here now.
oops. Okay, noted. It picks up a lot of it picks up a lot. Like the smallest little touch is a ton of powder. So I set my face. It feels set, nice and set. Yeah, strange packaging. I don't know if I can jive with the packaging or not. Now that I've set my face, I don't feel like I'm wearing anything. Like it doesn't feel like I have foundation on. It doesn't feel like anything. It just feels like my skin now, so that is nice. So next I have two bronzers. I have the Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer in You're Dragging Me Down. This is a part of their new collection. And then I have tried and true to everybody, the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This one actually looks a little bit too dark for me, so I'm gonna go ahead and bronze with the Butter Bronzer. I'm gonna use that same brush and just kind of swirl in there and see what happens. And by the way, it does smell like a beach. It is a very pretty, it's very pretty. It kind of looks like it came all the way down to here. I'm actually going to use this angled brush. This is the E4 from Morphe, and I'm just going to see if it'll just look a little bit better if I use one of these. I will say it is a very, very forgiving powder. I feel like I have to use a lot. Okay, so I feel very like naturally bronzed, but it doesn't feel like enough for me, so I'm gonna try this one. Again, this is the You're Dragging Me Down, and I'm gonna use
Oh my god! It fell out of the pan onto my freaking table.
Okay, well, I guess I'm not using that. Oh my god, I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like on my freaking table right now. There it is, on my flippin' table. Okay, so I guess I'm not using that product. I'm just really upset at this point. Like, that really upset me. I've never had this happen before. Anyways, I already trashed it. Don't try to tell me, oh, just fix it. It was incredibly soft, like, soft. It was so soft, and maybe that's why it fell out of the pan. I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna blush it up. This is the LA Girl Just Blushing Blush in Just Playful. I like this color. This is a B color. I'm just gonna put it on the apples of my cheeks as always. Oh, it's really nice. Oh, I forgot to tap it off, and now it's like way too much. Yep, just be careful. It's really pigmented. I do not want to look like I have rosacea on my cheeks. You know what I'm saying? That's a really, really nice blush. But I am gonna take this and kind of tone it down just a bit. So I do like this butter bronzer. I think it's a really nice, subtle, everyday bronzer, but when you want to look glam, I think that's where that Wet n Wild would have played a really nice part. But for an everyday bronzer, this is really good. Blush. The blush is good. I like it a lot. It's very pigmented, but it's super nice. It's natural. I don't like any wild, fun colors for blush, so this is pretty much, this is in my range right here. Any kind of tones like this, that's where it's at for me. We need to quickly do our under eyes. I'm gonna go back into the two Wet n Wild palettes. First, I am gonna go into the Comfort Zone palette, and I'm just gonna pick up this top shade right here. I'm just gonna run this right down here. There is a lot of kick up from these palettes, so I would just be really careful. Dust them off when you can. Okay, and on that same brush, I'm gonna pick up this more burnt orangey color right here. All right, and for highlighter, I am using the J-Cat Beauty You Glow Girl highlighter in the shade 102 Twilight. It's kind of like this champagne-y color. I'm really nervous. It's this really pretty peachy champagne color. It is a baked highlighter, so I am hoping it's not super glittery, and I think it is. Oh man. Okay, hold on, we'll see. So I'm using just this fluffy Morphe brush, and oh, okay. You glow girl. That is really pretty. That's the bee's knees right there. Like, wow. I mean, it's making my skin look a little bit textured, but that's okay. I don't really care about that. I just like a really beaming highlighter. And you can't tell that I'm wearing highlighter until I hit you with the flex. You know what I'm saying? And for lips, I have two options. I have the Flower Beauty Lip Duo in the shade Honey Nude. And I have the Physicians Formula The Healthy Lip in the shade Raisin Immunity. I think I'm gonna go with this one. This one is a little bit too bold for right now. I think this is a really cool idea. I think Tarte had the same thing, but I never bought anything, so.
It's really soft. Lots of pigment. I can dig it.
That is a beautiful color, if I do say so myself. And you can also add this pearlized gloss to it. It's the matching one on the other end, which, duh, I am. Okay, and to set my face, I am going to use the Morphe setting spray. Everybody has been raving about it. I want to be a part of the rave. I want to be a part of the fandom. Let me try this out. Oh, that's so nice. Oh my god, it's so nice. And I feel like I did way too much. So I can see why you would run out of this really quickly if you're not really paying attention to how much you're spraying and you're just enjoying this light mist on your face, and then 20 seconds later, like me, you realize that you're drenched in it. But I think it looks really nice and it dried really nice on my skin. This was a really great video. So everything that I was loving. I am obviously loving this highlighter, loving this spray. I love this lip, love the blush, love the eyeshadow palettes. I'm still on the fence about this primer. I don't know, I can't tell. I'll let you know in the description if it was good or not good. I'll have to try it with my tried and true foundations to really know the answer to that. Love the foundation. Concealer, this is really good. Probably just gotta get a different shade. Again, the lip, the mascara, I really like the felt tip liner. That's gonna complete today's video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me while I did my makeup on camera for you guys for all of these drugstore first impressions new to my collection. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out, and when you subscribe, hit that notification bell right next to it. Subscribe, notification bell, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.